treason.
No, I'm asking questions. Do you know what the definition
I get to ask
of treason
questions.
is?
You don't get to dictate that.
Who
are you accusing of treason,
sir? Do you know what the definition of treason
Who
is?
are you
Yes or
accusing
no?
of treason?
Oh, you really have no idea.
Who are you accusing
That's
of treason?
exactly what Canadians want to hear.
Who are you accusing
What's
of treason?
the definition of treason,
If you are going to accuse somebody of treason in this country, that is a reprehensible thing to do, and I would ask that you name who you were accusing of treason. I do not need to answer your questions, but you need to answer mine. What is the definition of treason? Do you have any idea? Well, I'd be curious. You name somebody as being treasonous, so who are they and what's your definition?
I asked you what the definition of treason is. Do you know what it is?
Betraying your country.
No, that's not it. It is actually, very simply, knowingly communicating military or scientific information or documents to an agent of a state other than Canada with the intention of jeopardizing the safety or defense of Canada.
So
did that happen at this lab?
In neither you nor I are a lawyer, but you and I would both know that calling somebody something like a...
You know what, Minister? You're not a doctor, but you made a whole bunch of claims today that are non-scientific
but naming somebody...
as well.
Later.
And I know for folks working in the health system that it has been long, hard years, that there were deep problems in our health system before COVID. And then in an act of God, we were faced with COVID. In an act of God, we were faced with COVID. Which was devastating and a trauma, I think, for everybody, but for people working in health, it was all the more profoundly so. And I think we all hoped that as you carried that tremendous weight and did such incredible work, Canada had one of the best COVID responses in the world. And it's in almost whole part because of the remarkable people that we have in our health system.
What you've demonstrated is that
no, we're taking
ideological.
First of all, I'm just going to say I reject.
You're playing with people's lives.
I reject that. I reject
it's absolutely disgraceful.
No, what is disgraceful is mischaracterizing my position or mischaracterizing the position of any member of Parliament, sir. Saying that any member of Parliament doesn't care about any human life is a disgraceful thing that I will not tolerate.
Well,
and for you to step into this committee and make an accusation of any member of Parliament that they do not care about the life of another human being is absolutely beyond reproach, sir. I have spent my entire life, as you have, fighting for the good in this world. And for you to accuse a good person of not caring about human life, shame on you. Shame on you.
That there would be a break, that there would be a reprieve. And that's the moment at which I became a health minister. It's about 1.5 years ago. And Linda, I talk a lot about Robin, because one of the most powerful moments for me when I first became health minister was in Prince Edward Island and going and meeting with nurses who were working in rural Prince Edward Island. And Robin said she can't take a day off because if she's seen getting groceries, people are going to be angry at her because she's the only person providing care for that entire community. And she was at her wit's end. In tears and saying, look, I can take just about anything, but I can't take the idea that it's going to get any worse.
We created it.
And she was so reasonable in what she asked that it stayed deep within my heart over the entirety of this journey. Because I can tell you, taking on something like this, that I attack myself as much as others attack me. I want to see progress, and I want to see transformation, and I want to see it happen as fast as it can possibly be made. And there's nothing harder than looking into the face of somebody who's giving every inch of their being to provide care and to do better, and to see them exhausted and to see them in a place of despair. So every week, every day, I and the folks that I work with, in collaboration with anybody who'd work with us in the Commons or elsewhere, have been attempting to make progress. And in a meta-narrative, talk about the possible. Because as much as we talk about the crisis that exists in our health system, I think we also have to take a look about what's extraordinary about our health system. And we have to do those two things simultaneously, because there are people who are saying, just give up. Allow privatization. You're fighting a battle you can't win. And we can't allow that to happen.